Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel, aka Latina X Baby. So today I'm coming back with a story time, and I've actually filmed 2 videos today, so I'm really proud of myself. That's why, if you guys are wondering and I'm wearing like the same makeup, it's because, yeah, because I am. So I'm here with a story time video. So I recently did film this video, and then I hated the way it looked because my eye was swollen as and it wasn't it, sis. I'm screwing this over. Sis, I don't like the way we don't it. I'm just gonna go for it. Back to kind of re-explain it. And I don't know what I'm gonna title this video yet. I'll figure it out when I'm editing it. But basically it's about the time when a guy took me on a date, even though I told him we were not gonna go on a date and that I was not looking for a boyfriend or oh my god, I just had a heart attack. My camera just almost fell to the ground, and I was about to have a heart attack. And then when I told him that I did not like him, he blocked me. Yeah. Let's just start with the story. So it was, okay, I have been graduated for about a year now since high school, but at the end of my senior year I transferred high schools, and this was the high school that I met the guy at. We're gonna call him, what are we gonna call him? We're gonna call this guy Fernando. That'll be his name. I'm not putting his real name in this video. I met Fernando my senior year of high school, towards the end, because that's when I transferred to the new high school, and met him in my English class. And he was not a talkative person. Very shy, very reserved, and so was I. That's not a good match. 2 people who are very shy and reserved. You know, I'm not gonna go up and talk to him, and he's not gonna go up and talk to me. Every single time I would sit, oh no, it was not my English class. Yes, it was my English class. And we had 2 classes together. We had English class and we had senior seminar. And basically, every single time I was in seminar, he would sit next to me. I don't know if you could choose where you sat. I know we did. Hermanito and me. I sat towards the back of the class, obviously, because I'm the new kid, so, you know. He sat there's my desk where I'm sitting, and then there's a person in front of me, person next to me, and then there's a person right behind that person. That's where he sat. And so I could always feel him just looking at me. And you know when you could feel someone staring at you or whatever. I'm sitting in my pink chair, that's why I keep moving. This is not a good habit because I keep moving. I feel he was always staring at me. But I didn't take any mind to it. He just seemed like, I knew he was never going to come up and talk to me because he seemed like the shyest person ever. Every single time we would leave senior seminar, he would just like kind of trail behind. And you know when a person trails behind and they're like kind of hoping to bump into you so they can start a conversation, start talking? Well, that was Fernando. But I was very shy, and so I just would like quickly walk away. And also in English class, he sat behind me as well, and again I could feel him staring at me. So it was just kind of like that for like till I graduated, basically. He never came up to me, he never talked to me. We actually had 3 classes together now I think about it, because we had government together, I think, or economics, I don't know, one of those things. But yeah, he would never talk to me, and I would see him like everywhere, and he never wanted to say anything to me. Fast forward to the summer after I graduated, and I forgot how we found each other on Instagram. Did he find me or did I find him? No, he found me because, oh yeah, he found me because I started following some people that I talked to when I was there or whatever. He DM'd me and he was like, hey, this fool pretended like he didn't know who I was. If that's the way you get girls, I don't know. It did not impress me. He was like, hey, do I know you? Or some shit like that, right? I was like, bruh, you would not be DMing me if you did not know me. I don't know. Just the way he slid into my DMs, it's like, oh come on, you know who I am. And I followed everyone else that was like that he was following back too, and like I know he remembered me because we discussed it later, so you guys don't think that I'm like freaking tripping over this. Like, we discussed it later that he remembered who I was. He was like, oh blah blah blah. Like, yeah, I was like, we went to the same school together. And he was like, oh yeah, I remember you when you heard Mando, right? And I was like, yep, that's me. He's like, you were the new girl. And I was like, yep, that was me. And he was like, yeah, I definitely remember you. And he emphasized on the definitely. So come on, right? He emphasized on the definitely. And I was like, okay. We just texted. I'm not gonna go into detail what we texted about, but we just texted for a minute. I could tell he was trying to do something or whatever. Like, he was looking for a girlfriend and I was not looking for a boyfriend. So he had mentioned something about we should hang out, and I knew that he wanted to go on a date. I did not want to go on a date. I was not ready for that, and me not explaining that, and just having the anxiety filled mind I had, and I knew what he was trying to push at. See, I can read guys pretty easily. I knew he asked to hang out and I was like, sure, no, and I catted. I catted the first time because my anxiety, you know, I just, no. He wanted to, I really need to stop caking that, bruh. You know, he wanted to go out again. He kept just making little flirty comments, and I was like, no, I'm not into this. And so, ow, I scratched my face, and I was like, you know, I need to make this shit clear. If he doesn't get little hints, make the shit fucking clear as fuck. He asked me out, and I was like, you know, sure, why not? And I was like, just before we go out, I'm gonna put something out there. It's like, just so we're clear, I was like, I'm not looking to date right now. I was like, I don't, you know, my last relationship, blah, blah, blah. I didn't give him much background on it, but I was just like, you know. And he was like, okay, I totally get it. And okay, I get it. And so we kind of took it slower on the flirting, because he knew that I was like, let's just be friends, please. No. And so he was like, okay, fine. He's like, can we still hang out though? And I was like, sure, let's be friends and hang out. I don't mind making new friends. And so he's like, let's go see a movie. And I was like, usually that's when you go on a date, but I was like, I've been to the movies many times with my friends. So, you know, as long as you guys keep things platonic, going to the movies is fine. You know what I mean? And a little story into a story, we went to the movies. I took an Uber there. My f***ing Uber man was just a disaster. She got hella mad at me because she thought I was the other person she was picking up, and she was like, basically she made me late as f*** to this hangout. But I was like, well, whatever, you know, maybe it's a sign, right? I had to cancel the Uber that I was charged for, because she was like, you know, I'm over here, and she's like, okay, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And she went literally the opposite direction, like, of my house. And I saw her on the map, and I was like, that's not my house, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, okay, I'll be there soon. Basically 45 minutes later, she was still going in the opposite direction. I waited that long. Yes, I did. I know, stupid of me, probably. I finally get there. I'm earlier than he was like 5 or 10 minutes late. Not that much, but still, I was surprised. When we saw each other, he walks up to me, and I was gonna just, you know, I was gonna shake his hand, or I wasn't gonna do anything. If I was gonna do any touching, it was gonna be shaking his hand, because guys, I feel like I don't know, you guys really have to make it clear that things are platonic and things are just friends wise, like a friendship. And you guys have been friends for a while, so you guys already know it's fine to hug. But since I already knew how he was feeling before, I didn't want to give him a hug because I knew that he would think something else of it, you know? So he came up to me and he gave me, and I was like, I like put my hand out to shake his hand, and he went like this, and he like gave me a hug. He gave me a big ass, a long ass hug, and I was like, oh, like, right? And I was just like, and I was like, okay, and I like kind of like went like this because I was like getting uncomfortable, and I was like, okay, and I like backed up, and then he was like just grinning hella big. He was like, oh, what do you want to watch? And I was like, I've already seen like there was a couple movies I didn't see, but I didn't want to see it with him. And he wanted to see what's that movie called? The Nun. And I already saw that movie, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't give a shit, you know, just hurry up and get this shit over with, right? I pull up my wallet and I wait behind him because he was ahead of me, and he goes up and he's like, 2 tickets for The Nun. And I was like, oh, fucking hell, shit, fuck, like, oh my gosh, like, he just paid for my freaking ticket. And there's generosity in about paying for things for friends, but this was like, he took me out on a date basically after I told him I didn't want to go on a date, that it was just gonna be a hangout. I could have paid for my own ass ticket. I was like, oh, I was like, you didn't have to do that. I was like, are you hungry? I can pay for the food to pay you back. I was like, are you hungry? And he was like, no. He's like, it's okay. He's like, are you hungry? He's like, I'll get you something. And I was like, no. I was like, I wanted to get you food to pay you back for the ticket. And he was like, no, it's all good. He's like, no. I was like, God damn it. Okay, so we go sit down, and basically we just talk for like, you know, just explaining my life, and he's explaining his life, we're just talking about ourselves. And then the movie goes to start, and we're watching the movie, and this movie's boring as shit. So if you can just expect how I feel here, how I'm in an uncomfortable situation about this guy who likes me, and I'm trying to make him clear that I don't want to date or do anything, and I'm sitting there in the dark watching a movie that I've already seen. Sorry for the helicopter. I'm just trying to make it clear. And so we're watching the movie, and I can just feel him looking at me, and I can see out of the freaking corner of my eye him looking at me. I'm not gonna say the bad words, but you all already know what I'm thinking. And he like puts his arm on the hand rest when I had my arm there, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna scoot over and put my hands down here. You know, there's just little things that were just like, oh boy, you know. So finally the movie is over, and we walk outside, and he was like, is your mom here? And I was like, she'll be here in a few minutes. And so we're waiting there, and he was like, something about, I think, he said, yeah, that movie was okay, and I was like, yeah, I've already seen it, so it was kind of, Then I say, oh, she's here. I was gonna just shake his hand again, and hopefully he'd understand if I like put my hand down. But no, he went in for that long ass hug again, and I'm not gonna lie, he smelled good. So, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but like still, I was trying to make it as clear as possible, because you have to make it as clear as possible with these guys, you know what I mean? And he gave me a hug, and he's like, and this was like midnight when we got out of the movies, and he's like, I'll text you, and he's like, thanks for coming, and I was like, thanks for inviting me, and I was like, and then he gave me a hug, whatever, and then he said, I'll text you when I get home, and I was like, okay, you know, okay. And I didn't expect him to text me because it was like 12:30 p.m. a.m. So I was like, okay, you know. And he was like, good night, and I was like, good night. And then I walked to my car. I live really close to the theaters that we went to, and he probably lived even closer. Didn't live closer. We probably lived about the same distance away from the theaters. So I know for a fact he didn't wait till he got home to text me, but he texted me and he was like, hey, I had a good time. And I was like, oh, freaking camera keeps, why does it keep detecting over there? I was like, thanks, I did too. And he was like, yeah. He's like, can I tell you something? And I was like, oh. every time a guy starts with can I tell you something? Every time a guy starts with, can I tell you something? I don't want to hear it. Because I already know what they're going to say. Something to do with, I like you. And I was like, sure. He's like, I'm not going to lie. He's like, I really loved spending time with you. And he's like, I really like you. And I was like, you know what I sent? Do y'all know what I sent to him? I said, lol. LOL. That's what I said. And then I don't know if I hurt his feelings or not, because it probably hurt his feelings. The next day, he does not text me. And the next day after that, he does not text me. And the next day after that, he does not text me. Or he said after lol or whatever, good night. He's like, good night, smiley face, whatever. Say he does not text me. The next day, he does not text me. The next day, he does not text me. The next day, he does not text me. And I was like, I better check on this dude. Like, he has legit been completely ignoring me or whatever. And I feel bad, and I always want to like check in on people. And I'm always like, I want to make sure they're okay, man, like, you know. So, you know, I was like, I should check in on him. So I was, and maybe it wasn't the right thing to do because he liked me, but I still wanted to check in on him. I texted him and I was like, hey, you know, are you okay? Because he was also posting really emo things. So me, the person that I am, I will text and ask him like, are you okay? What's up? Nah. So I did, and he's like, I'm sorry. He said, I'm sorry I've been ghosting you. I just am going through a lot and I can't deal with this right now. And I was like, okay, I hope you get better. And kind of fix the problem for me. But I was like, okay, I hope you get better. And he was like, yeah. And then right after that, he blocks me. And I'm just like, okay. So yeah, at the time when I told a guy I did not like him and did not want to date him, and he ended up liking me and we ended up going on a date, and then he blocks me. How do I put that in a freaking title? I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you want to hear more story times. Don't forget to check out my other videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on those post notifications, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.